It is 92 degrees in here. It's hot. What comes in the box? CUT65 plasma cutter. It'll have a big bright LED display we'll talk about later. It comes with the famed IPT60 torch. The consumables predominantly last longer in the IPT series torches than the regular plasma torches you will see on most other machines. This is a really long whip and it's very flexible. See this? A lot of them are not like this. This is great for a plasma table, or for somebody who, like me, I have a tendency, I'll put the whip, over me and I'll cut like this, right? These are great for that. This whip's like, I don't know, 14, 15 feet. It's big. It's very, very big. They also give you the obligatory hose. This is a quick connect fitting on the back. Arccaptain, here's a tip from Dave. I don't think you need to send this anymore. If you have the quick connect, you don't really need the hose. I have mountains of that hose. I've never used it. It also comes with consumables because they know that you're going to use the machine. Comes with a consumables wrench. Comes with a ground, which is really the positive on a plasma cutter, just a heads up for you. This is a 3 meter, it's about 10 feet. Comes with stickers. Why would you buy anything unless you really wanted the stickers? Because that's why people buy things. Warranty card. Register your machines, guys, so you can get your warranty help if you ever need it. And it comes with a manual in here, which you are going to use because you have two, these are called aircraft connectors. One is for arc voltage if you have torch height sensing, and the other is your CNC connector that you're going to hook whatever cabling you have to your table, and this is going to give you your torch fire and some other processes. This machine already works with, and I'm just going off of memory, it'll work with a plasma cam, it'll work with a Langmuir, it'll work with a mock machine, it'll work with a CNC Linux machine. Already tested, already works. We already know that. I have a Langmuir Crossfire Pro, so that's what we're going to be using. And it comes with a cover, so you can keep her nice and clean. Everything's on the front that you would need. Regulators on the top. And it comes with a 240 to 120 adapter. I never use this. I'm only going to use the machine on its full complement, which is 240 volts. This is a NEMA 50P. In case you're like, I don't know how to plug that in, Dave. NEMA 50P. If you go to any type of Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, who sells electrical connectors, NEMA 50P is a standard NEMA rating. On the back of the machine, what do you got? Quick connector for the air, control signal, which is an aircraft cable, 5-pin, and then 2-pin for your arc voltage. Then you have your on-off switch, and you have your fan, which is thermostatically controlled. So the machine only runs the fan when it needs to. We're going to make a special project that you're going to see at the end. I'll give you a time lapse of the whole thing, cutting it out using the CUT65 MP. And I'm just going to tell you, do I like it? Is it great? Is it good? Do I have any issues with it? So follow along. Let's go. All right, guys, the fan is off. 240 volts, set to 25 amps, 70 pounds of pressure, and that is static. That is not flow. And here are your modes. First mode is cut. Second mode is segmented or expanded metal. Third mode is gouge. And that little guy right there, you see that little guy? That's rust removal. You guys seem to love when I do that, so we'll probably start with that. On your function button, you got 2T, you got 4T. The difference between that is 2T, you pull the trigger, let it go, it starts and stops. 4T, you pull the trigger once, you cut, and then you pull it again to stop. This is your post flow. So it's telling you for 8 seconds it's going to give you air. You can turn it up and down. And this is your pilot arc. That means it's going to run your pilot arc for 2 seconds before it takes over on the cut. Guys, I've seen a lot of guys run them in their hands and they're like, it just doesn't stay lit. Well, yeah, because you're not cutting. It tells you PSI. It gives you an air check. MPa. And then here's your air check. This is your flow pressure. This is what's going to make a difference. 63, 62 PSI. That's where we need to be. Everything else is pretty good here because we're going right there. It's going to give you 25 amps. See how it's not adjustable? because you're gonna do rust removal. All right guys, for your rust removal, you gotta have some type of clamp on it. And then you're gonna take your plasma torch and you're gonna throw it up on an angle like so. And then you're gonna run it. Like that. .16 gauge mild steel, just hot rolled nonsense. Let's see how we do with this. Quick work of 16 gauge. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next in line is 1/4 inch mild steel. Shaky hands and all. That's a solid cut. I just tapped the slag off of this side. But that's a solid cut for 1/4 inch. This is 1/2 inch steel plate. This is my test cut piece where I always cut sections out of. I don't know if I can get around the vice grips, but we'll try. Here, let's go. Well, unfortunately for me, I didn't have my compressor on. So as I'm cutting, I'm like, oh, it's like gonna stop. And I'm like, oh, there's no air. Anyway, I had to start and stop, but picked it up again. And it cuts nice and smooth, besides, you know, me being shaky. Do you think this thing will cut 3/4 inch thick steel? I think it will. I think we should try it. And I'll tell you. And then on to the plasma table, which I've already recorded. I've already run this machine for hours already. You'll watch it in a different order than I recorded it in, but the results are awesome. You guys are gonna love this part. All right, guys, this is 3/4 inch thick plate steel. I used a 1/4 as a fence. I got the machine at 65 amps, and my flow is 73 PSI. So it's at the top of what it's capable of doing. And we're gonna try to go nice and slow with my, you know, I got shaky hands. Let's do a couple hammer taps and I'll show you guys the quality in my hand. Obviously the piece I cut off was very small, so it's like melting the whole thing. But let's check the quick cut quality together. That's quite incredible. This machine will sever cut more than an inch. I'm not interested in what it'll sever cut. I've never had to sever cut anything that big. I've never even had to cut anything as big as 3/4. But does it clean cut 3/4? You watched me cut it. You watched me tap off the slag. Now I'm going to bring you down close. That is a solid cut considering my shaky hands. That is 3/4 inch thick. Look at it. That is crazy good for 3/4. You guys saw I cut all that stuff. Now you're gonna see it do the fun stuff, the stuff that I'm excited about. It is almost 100 degrees outside. It's hot. I'm working in between turning my fans on and off. So I'm gonna show you how to hook up a cable for a Langmuir Crossfire or Crossfire Pro. I don't know if the XR is the same, but it's very simple. So what you have, I'm gonna have a link in the description, get this off of Amazon. This is all you need. It's like a standard 12 volt power connector. It is a 5.5 by 2.1 millimeter connector. That is its proper term. It is, I believe, just a 12 volt connector. You can buy a cable that's 10 feet long. It's male on one side, female on the other, or male to male. You could cut it in half, and then you'd have two cables. With this CUT65, it has a 5-pin connector, right? The two wires you need out of here are just the red and the black, because that's the dry set of contacts that, quote, fires the torch. It's different if you have torch height control on your unit and you need voltage. You need two other wires. It is in the manual. I do not have torch height control on mine. I've never really found it to be like necessary. There's a lot of guys that live by it and they're like, they struggle with it. And I've seen a lot of people, they can't make it work right. I've never found a need for it. If you have a water table, and every Langmuir table I think has a water table except for the tiny one, the splashback cools the plate enough that you don't really need to worry about the warp. And what the torch height control does is it keeps the distance of the torch with the metal, even if the metal does warp a little bit. I haven't found that to be a problem with mine. I do not use mine commercially. I don't make products for people. It's just a hobby thing for me. So like, maybe if you did, you need it. You hear that cricket? He is abusively loud. Anywho, we're gonna hook this thing up to the Langmuir Crossfire Pro. But technically, that's really all you need. Put air to this thing, ground it, and get your torch in the mount. I'll show you that next. First try on the table, that is a very long cut. I did have some issues. Those are not the fault of anybody but me. Not the plasma table, not the plasma cutter. I had an issue where I had to stop the machine here because it did not have initial height sensing, because this cable, because it's kind of haphazardly laying there, got hung up here and it couldn't do its up-down check. So I had to reset it. And then unfortunately, my laptop went into hibernate, which it's not supposed to. And I lost connection like here, which would have been fine instead of if I had used my 0 instead of the program's 0 when it starts. If I had just brought it home, reset it, it would have been exact. I wouldn't have lost the piece of metal. That's me. But as far as the machine goes, I mean, you have to tune a machine, but, you know, there's a little bit of slag, but it's almost nothing. This is 10 gauge, but I'll clean it up and I'll show you guys. I'm really impressed by the cut quality. That also has to do with, you know, the torch and the consumables. You guys can get fine cut consumables, so if you want to do intricate things, you know, I don't use this table that much, so for me, the way it sits is just fine. My hokey little setup here, you know, hanging the cable, probably not ideal. The head's starting to spin. You don't ever want that. But overall, I'm gonna recut this out of a piece, I gotta get that out of there, and then we'll throw it aside and continue with the time lapse, because everyone loves that. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Mad Ginger Customs. So what do you get for your money? 65 amp capable machine, cuts, gouges, expanded metal, and rust cleans. Also CNC ready. You saw us make that fire pit. It's a pretty cool little feature. Plugs right in. You don't gotta take your machine apart. You don't gotta try to get raw voltage from the machine. Everything's on the plug. Nice long whip to it. Comes with a cover. Decent ground. IPT60 torch. Those consumables are going to last longer, less money out of your pocket overall for use, and you can make cool things. If you want one of these, I'll have a link in the description. I'm going to have a discount code, which is Mad Ginger. If you use that at checkout on Arccaptain, you are going to save even off sale prices. So anything on the website, if it goes on sale, you'll save in addition to that sale price. Yes, it's almost 100. Yes, I'm sweating. I felt it was ambiance for the closing shot. So guys, like everything else, you watch me do it, and if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.